Shaq is fantastic at putting together top fives and power rankings.
Oh, yeah.
And he put together his top 5 players of all time. Shaka, just before we get Pablo's reaction, would you like to remind us on how you put this together and where Lionel Messi is?
Well, Lionel Messi stays.
Come on.
I guess the Messi fans, that's languishing in 4. But I've made the point time and time again when you've got the likes of Pele, 3 World Cups, Ronaldo, Brazilian Ronaldo 2 and Maradona 1, and the final. It's hard to make an argument without at least winning a World Cup. To people like me, who continue to believe and will continue to say that the World Cup is the highest level of football. So as good as Lionel Messi has been, as close as he has come to winning a World Cup, he just hasn't bridged that gap just yet.
Pablo, your thoughts?
Messi doesn't need to win a World Cup to be the best. Come on, Chaka. Come on.
Listen,
I haven't. No, Yeah, go.
No, I was just saying that listen, for all that he's done at club level, I continue to believe that international football is another step up. Others disagree. I'm sorry, I don't buy that argument. I feel international football is the highest level of the game. And so to be regarded as the best ever, we're not talking about the best of a generation. We're not talking about the best right now. We're talking about the best ever. Given all the changes to domestic football, whether we were talking about league competition and the imbalance that money has brought, or the changes to the Champions League, I feel when you're comparing players of different generations, of different eras, you go to what is the highest standard of the game. And that is the World Cup. And for those above him, they have, in 2 cases at least, more than 1 World Cup win between them. I'm sorry, you just need to have that on your mind.
I have a quick question for Pablo, because Pablo was saying you don't need to win the World Cup to be the best, right? So does that mean that Pablo is insinuating that in his list he would have Messi above Maradona? Is this what he's saying?
Probably yes, Ale. I would say football was different in the 80s or 90s. For me, Messi is slightly better than Maradona. But I know probably if you ask my dad, he would say Maradona was the best. I know because I play with Messi or I'm a friend of him or something like that. But I think what I have seen from Messi doing for 10, 15 years, and he's still producing some great moment of football at the age of 35. That is, fantastic. So that's why I know Maradona was a genius. He was, we're still watching clips of Maradona, we would do for so many years. But I think what Messi has done in 15 years is simply amazing.
You know what's interesting? The comment there about the generational differences between those that think of Maradona as a god and those that now grew up with Messi, or in the case of Pablo, play with Messi. That difference still remains in Argentina. And the only way that difference is gapped, or you close it, or you close that space, is by Messi winning a World Cup. Because those people that believe of Maradona as a deity, they're not going to change their minds up until Messi wins that World Cup.
But people would be saying something different if 2014 just went a little bit differently in Brazil. Pablo, I just wanted to ask you, does it annoy you when you hear people like Xhaka saying that you have to win a World Cup to be considered the greatest of all time?
Yeah, but it's so difficult to win a World Cup. It is every 4 years you have to... you need a bit of luck to be in a team that is good enough to win the World Cup, and as you say, Kay, we've been very close in 2014, it's hard to when you see people saying Messi to become the best or be above Maradona. should have won the World Cup or have to win a World Cup or something like that. I know Maradona brought so much joy to Argentinian people, especially in Mexico '86. I was 1 year old, but those goals against England, winning the World Cup in Mexico. I know we all love Maradona. He's been one of the greatest. But I think what Messi, as I said before, what he's been doing for 15 years now at the club level, international level, he won Copa America, World Cup final. Okay, hopefully that's the year for Messi to win the World Cup in Qatar. But for me, as I said before, he doesn't need to win the World Cup to be the best.
Pablo's in pain. Having this conversation, I can sense the pain. I can sense the level of discomfort. He's going back to 2014 still, and he's thinking about that final. He's thinking about that final. What could have gone differently? What could I have done to provide this for Lionel Messi?
I have seen Messi cry so much after the World Cup, and then when we lost to Chile in Copa America. Believe me, he was in tears, and it was so painful to see one of the greatest players, feeling like that. It's been tough for everyone, but if you see when Argentina won the Copa America in Brazil, after the final whistle, everyone ran to Messi, and it tells you exactly what everyone feels about him. We love him. We always want the best for Messi. He came to Spain when he was really young, but he always was, it was his dream to play for Argentina. And since the first day he came to, I remember he was in under 20, and from the first day he was really happy to be there. So that's why, every time I talk about this, I feel like, come on, Messi, please, Argentina to win the World Cup. Not just because for the Argentinian people, but just because for Messi as well.
Do you know what? That's incredible to hear that, though, because Pablo, obviously you guys, the other Argentine players, were hurting so much, but it still hurt you all to see Messi upset like this.
Yes, of course, because he won everything with Barcelona. He's been very successful at the club levels, and even now at PSG, he's also playing well. He wants to win the Champions League. He's showing so much commitment at PSG. He's a winner, and he's one of the best players in the world. So always winner doesn't accept, defeat. He always won the best for the team. They always very demanding with the teammates, and Messi always been like that with everyone. So when you see your best player of the team and one of the best players in the world, being that good with the teammates and demanding everything from everyone at the team, of course you always want the best for him. Simple as that.
You know what I heard there? I heard, this is pretty much, I'm just reading between the lines here. It was Pablo's fault. It's Pablo's fault. That's what I heard there.
Don't listen to him, Pablo. Listen, maybe you'll all be crying tears of joy this winter. Yes.
Okay.
It might just be tears of joy this winter.
Yes.
For Messi as well.
Good potential.
That's what they're all hoping. I mean, it's looking that way right now. They are looking good.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.